Hello, hello. We seem to be all set up. What was I doing? I haven't done the story in like a week. So, where do I need to go? If I just join this nightclub invite instead, so everybody who thinks that I'm playing HEAVENSWARD will have a funky surprise when they join. Alright, Alpha, no. What's happening? No way! Before we set forth, we must needs inform Tataru of our plans. Then I shall await you at Saint Rainette's Forum. Tell your friend we may be sometime. The road you have chosen is neither short nor easy. Of that I need no reminding. Come, Benfina, let us head back to Four Times Manor. Welcome, Mr. Pendragon. Shall I show you inside? Yes. But of course, but of course. Tataru. Our course is set, Tataru. It may be some time before Minfina and I return to Ishgard. Not to worry, though. We'll be fine. My character's British now. Well, just you be careful, alright? Oh, don't worry about me. I'll be busy listening out for news of our lost friends. Got something in my throat, damn. If anyone can find them, it's you, Tataru. Farewell for now. Oh, before you go. You must put this on, Alphino. I made it specially. What do we get? No, I couldn't possibly... very well. Oh. Yo. By the 12, it fits perfectly, and the quality is actually rather good. I'm glad you like it. I've been practicing my needlework, while I listen to rumors and the like. Good receptionist is always learning new skills. My thanks, Tataru. Whatever else awaits me upon the road, I shall not fear the cold. 'Twas the least I could do. Now I must be getting back to the tavern, or I'll never catch up with all the gossip. Best of luck on your journey. I know all the characters get new outfits throughout the story, but this is the first one I recognize, so... And I really like it too. I think it looks really cool. Oh. And he looks kind of clean. Where am I going? Is... It's back through the door. Cherry Dr. Pepper. 0 sugar. You said your farewells then. Aye, we are ready to depart. I suggest we begin our search for Lady Iceheart without delay. Very well. But she will prove an elusive quarry. Where do you intend to start looking? In the absence of any fresh intelligence on Sail's movements, I propose we pick up the trail where she was encountered last, the Curtis Western Highlands. Let us speak with Sir Redwald, was it? As the commander of the Falcon's Nest, it is like that he will know of any heretic activity that has been reported in the area. Justinian's not gonna make any mention of Alphanod's new clothing. He just, he doesn't know good fashion when he sees it. I hate to admit it, but I still don't know how to go through the fucking door. I forgot to check. Mr. Redwald. Well, well, Mistress Pendragon. What business brings you back to the Falcon's Nest? Judging by the company you keep, it can be no trifling matter. The Azure Dragoon, I know, of course, but I do not believe I've met this young gentleman. Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. And you are not mistaken as to the gravity of our mission, Sir Redwald. As I am sure you are aware, the Observatorium has warned that the Dravonians gather for another assault. We believe that there may be yet a way to avert the coming conflict, but only if we can find the elusive Lady Iceheart. Thus we have come to Falcon's Nest in hope of acquiring the latest intelligence of the heretics' movements. I see. Then you would be best served speaking directly to my men. A patrol is due to return from its sweep in the surrounding lands at any moment. You may also wish to question the knights assigned to pick over the remains of the heretic refuge at Gorgane Mills. It is possible that they have unearthed information that could be of use to you. Mr. Pendragon knows well the place I speak of, for it was she who first discovered it. Let us divide our forces then. I will stay and await the return of the patrol while the two of you visit this refuge. When I have completed my inquiries, I will join you there. A wise use of our time. Come in, Fina. I'm eager to learn what Sir Redwald's men have found in the heretic's lair. Let us be off. Are some mounts slower? Because I feel like this one is slower, but it might just be the size of it. Okay, well that doesn't help. See, this one's a lot smaller, granted, but it just feels faster. Ow. I wish this mount would do like CS:GO like knife tricks with you while it's like holding you. Your character's just like stiff as a board and not making any like reaction at all to what's happening to them. But it's like there's just sick music playing, maybe some explosions in the background. And it's bunny hopping, obviously. I just feel like that change would really bring this game into the modern age. I say that like I don't think that this game is kind of phenomenal for how old it is. Mistress Pendragon, our findings, you say? Well, there is something of a tale there. No sooner we had chanced upon a promising-looking sheaf of letters than we were ambushed by the shadows by great white beasts. It would seem that the heretics foresaw our coming and left behind their pets to discourage further investigation. Several of our number were badly wounded. And you cannot carry out your duties until the creatures are slain. We have not the time to wait for reinforcements. Let us deal with these pets ourselves, Minfina. This one looks pretty dealt with. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's do the whole song and dance. Oh, what? I didn't expect to just kick its ass that bad. Oh. Okay. Well, that's done. Speak with the guy upstairs. Yo! The beasts are slain then. My thanks, Mistress Pendragon. We may return to our duty without fear of a mauling. Dude, give me that. Oh, I have to equip it. Ignore my inventory. I promise you this is the organized version. That's mount. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll get this right one of these days. That's not where I had that. What did I what was originally there? Because I didn't have the imp there. Oh well. I'll figure it out when I need it. Now we're putting Alpha on there. Oh yeah. This is what I'm talking about. This is Final Fantasy XIV. Now I need to get the Chocobo back. Arise! Okay. Let's keep playing. You wish to track down Lady Iceheart. Is that not so? The records we discovered ere those beasts mauled by the comrades appeared to be some manner of correspondence. We had not the luxury of pursuing their contents more closely, intent as we were on surviving the onslaught of Fang and Claw, but I'd wager those epistles contain more than a friendly salutations betwixt lonely heretics. My interrogation of the patrol proved fruitless. Either we divine some clues from these letters, or we wander the snowfields and pray that the gods lead us to the Iceheart's door. It is hardly a choice at all. I love the chat interaction we're witnessing right now. First time doing M11, Savage, Kawertha. How do I do mechanics? Don't let it kill you. I kind of have the same worry as the guy that asked for help, though. The worst feeling in this game that I've experienced so far is going into a raid not knowing what the hell is going on. Have you recovered much of the Heretics' correspondence? Yes, I got 3, in fact. The magic number. Splendid. Added to the contributions from Master Leveilleur and Sir Estinian, we now have more than a dozen letters. What have we here, then? Every one of these pages is a record of the dealings betwixt the Morgane Mills heretics and their fellows in the Alpha Amphitheater. There are requests for foodstuffs, clothing, and all manner of provisions. Iceheart's followers must yet inhabit the ruins we had thought abandoned. Okay. I can use any one of these. Directory. Did it say I already had one of those? Not too late now. Alphanaut seems intent on traveling to the Afa Amphitheater. I don't remember where that's at. The very place where you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Shiva, was it not? Okay, I remember where that's at now. If that is our destination, the journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of a treacherous tract of ice and snow that cannot swiftly be crossed. Then we must place our faith in the Ethernet. As you may recall, our dear friend Moonbrita succeeded in creating the Akafa beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, it was assumed that the resultant Etherite would only be temporarily viable, but given the heretics of Gorgane Mills seem to have been in regular contact with their brethren at the amphitheater, I wager it still functions. I suggest we make for the Etherite within Snowcloak without delay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Estinian, but in the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnel system, a passage was discovered leading out to the Western Highlands, was it not? Might it be possible for us to reach the Ethernet from that side of the wall? It should. Housed during their posted soldiers at the Western Highlands entrance after the tunnels were cleared, but they will not deny us entry. Oh, you know what? I have an energy drink that I just bought. I was sitting here thinking like, man, long day of work. I am tired. I don't know how I'm going to get through 2 hours, because that's what I aim for with these things. Just playing for 2 hours. I literally bought a drink for this specific reason. Okay, let us continue. That was the wrong button. I thought when it first said like white beasts it was going to be these things, but they just seem to be like polar bears or something. Polar bears from the Coke commercials are they're upset that they got replaced with AI, so they're lashing out. Can't be too mad at them because they don't know that we're not the ones responsible for it. It's like the situation with the original children in the Five Nights at Freddy's games. At least I think so. There's so much lore to that game now that I don't even remember any of it. I used to be big into that sort of thing. Thinking about what else I was super into when I was younger. Also, how do I get down here? It was back over actually by the bridge, right? Right here's fine. Oh, yeah, and then... Where am I going? Oh, what the hell? Good enough. Ah, the guest of House 4 attempts accompanied by the Asher Dragoon, no less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels, if that is your will. Assuming the Ak-Afa beacon still functions, we must pray to the 12 it does. We shall arrive at our destination in mere moments. Though I do not expect to be greeted by the primal Shiva, we would nevertheless be prepared for a frosty reception. The heretics are not like to rejoice at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly ones with our history. Proceed. That actually reminds me, it wasn't Final Fantasy XIV Shiva, but I recently got the alternate art for the 15 or 16 Shiva, where it's got like the Roman numerals in the background. An impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it has endured. Mayhap you should ask its occupants. They seemed a friendly bunch. His new outfit is really cool. Dogs of Ishgard, it is not enough that you banish your beloved saint. Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drops of our blood? Stay your weapons. We come under the flag of parley. We wish only to speak with your mistress, that we might broker a peace. Do you think us fools, boy? It will take more than 100 words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer. We all know too well what he is capable of. My reputation precedes me. They give us little choice. Come, brothers, may dragon wings bear us to victory. Pikachu! What the hell? Why is it blue? Oh. Okay. Who am I targeted on? There we go. Another one. I just hit the wrong button. It's okay though, he died.
Your god is down.
Oh, I don't have that ability. That threw me for a loop there for a second. Alphanaut, get out of the way. Seven hells. Can Dragon Blood truly bring about such a transformation? I haven't really been paying attention to my teammates. I hope none of them are close to dying. I think we're good though. You should not have come here, Ishgardians. Don't seem to be doing too bad right now. This guy's kind of tanky. I read his name was Louis Swan. I got really confused about the entire plot of this game for a second. Why am I not moving? There we go. Oh, it's bound. I keep trying to avoid Estinian's attack. Holy sh! Yeah, I looked away for 2 seconds. I mean, he's basically dead. Estinian packs a punch. That didn't work. God. Sick. We're down here. That really wasn't that. It was cool. They fight like demons. 'Tis death to remain. Fall back, brothers. Retreat to the cinders. I see no sign of Lady Iceheart. Would that we could have questioned one of them. What would you ask if we do not already know? They make for the cinders, and so must we. Even should an ambush await us, 'tis certain there will be more heretics to question. The cinders, you say, I confess. The name is unknown to me. Mayhap you would be good as to enlighten us, Estinian. I suspect it is the heretic's way of referring to the Dreaming Dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of the frozen lake of Ashpool. I went over there. I know where that's at. Some 500 years past, 'tis told that the Azure Dragoon of the age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened unto the point of death, and forced into a magic to slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy Sea's sorcerers. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinders did begin to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at length in a shroud of grey. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak true. A fascinating tale. Should we make haste to the Ashen Isle? Does he have a tie? I think Alphino might have a tie. Oh, he does. Damn, brother. The Dreaming Dragon lies far to the west. Before we approach the Frozen Beast, however, I think there is another place I would visit first. I am told the convictors have set up camp in Twin Pools. Their leader, Jantalot, may have information of use to us. But mayhap you are not familiar with that name, either. The convictors are dragon slayers, after a fashion, but I'm willing to wager that they encounter their fair share of heretics. If we are indeed walking into a trap, I would learn all there is to know of our foe. A sound suggestion. Let us speak with these convictors, then temper our haste with a measure of caution. Yeah, I was actually going to say earlier that when I went into the building and it was like the polar bears and not the weird lion things that I had seen polar bears to the east, and then I wondered if that actually was relevant. Turns out it is, because where we're going, or I don't know if it's where we're going right now, but where they were just talking about was, yeah, it was like over here, and I think that's where I saw him at. Just a really tiny detail, but it's really cool. Adds a lot in my opinion. There's one. Hello, sir. Well, well, what do we have here? Hoping to join the esteemed ranks of the convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lass looks promising, but you have a frail look about you, boy. I give you 3 days ere the wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon. Be not so quick to judge. I have seen this frail youth fell heretics with a flick of his wrist. And who are you to question my... By the Fury! That armor, that lance, the Asher Dragoon himself graces our camp. Pray forgive my disrespect, sir. I am Jantalot, leader of the Convictors and fellow slayer of dragons. I think it's so funny to think about the fact that I am probably butchering this guy's name all to hell. But may I ask, what winds, fair or foul, carry you into our humble camp? Ah, Lady Iceheart, is it? I know of her reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her or her people. That said, my own men can be somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question them yourselves. Thank you, we shall. Menfina, Estinian, let us make our way through the camp and see what information there is to be had. Every single time my character does the animation where it like looks like she's the one talking to the person, I imagine she sounds like the Animal Crossing characters. What does this guy want? Oh, shoot! I'm not going to do this right now, but I'm going to accept this for later. Cool. What's this? Another one! Can I accept this for later? I don't know if these matter or not. I'm just gonna keep going with the main story. Surely one of these people will have encountered heretics while out hunting. Pray speak with as many as you can, Menfina. Question the convictors. Looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go and bother Pierrequet or someone? I have enough trouble keeping these preening fops fed and clothed as it is. 'Tis no business of mine what folk do with themselves out there in the wilds. Nay, I know, no heretics, but do you honestly expect me to keep track of every Rightmal, Veramont, and Bartenant that wanders in and out of camp? Are there any heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea why a heretic could pass under my very nose, and I should not be none the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear lady. The big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for signs of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. Sumat, I can help. Sumat, I can help you with, milady. Heretics, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself, but that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. We would be grateful for any information you can share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If it please, my lord, I'm Paraquet, a soldier by trade, though not much of one, if I'm honest. If it weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up the spear, see? No, it was by order of Sir Jantalot's father. Still, as long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fussy as to what they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into service start grumbling even before they've seen their second battle. And once they've got to thinking how unfair it all is, it don't make much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That may explain how Lady Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' tripe and asked for seconds, told me they were off to the Western Highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks, apparently. Send up some purple smoke, and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Why then I am minded to start a fire. Arsonist Alpha now has a ring to it. Oh, I'm just gonna get one from the quest. If we are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard the tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak onto his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also described in detail how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. If you are a monster hunter of some note, are you not, Minfina? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics can notice our beacon. Master Alphino, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. It will take the both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again in the Dreaming Dragon with the fruits of our labor. Okay. There's another mission here. Are you gonna give me a thing? You are. I mean, if I can get flight in this area, I will be real happy about that. Oh shit, that hit a lot. Well, that's one of the quests done. There's a big guy right here. This is actually story guy. He's dead. Run! Run, Alphino! Has he gotten taller? Okay. I think it's still that third attack in the combo that I want to use the big attack on. I think the one after that still doesn't hit for as much. I think it's just going to serve as an attack that kind of continues into a few other branches of the chain, from what I could tell of the actions and traits menu when I read it. So this is like a frozen creature. Or maybe I was misunderstanding. So it seems that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alphino. He must have been a privileged upbringing. Have you the heights we need? I don't know why we need to, like, shoot strays here.
Ah, I should have known it would be you.
That was really quick. Dude, her outfit is sick too.
Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here.
We want your help. I'm making a crew. We wish to speak with you. We wish to stop Nidhogg's attack on Ishgard. Do these dialogue options really matter? I feel like this one specifically is kind of just saying the same thing.
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion. If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest.
No, because I'm the main character.
Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me.
So I'm going to succeed.
That which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress.
Sordid history my gift has shown me, that which the Holy See has taken such pain to suppress.
"'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elizan tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin. A war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva."
Oh shit. Before I continue, is every creature in this game just sick looking? Just incredible looking? Okay, so we got the origin of Shiva.
While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm Hraesvelgar, in particular, so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster.
So that's Hraesvelgar. Huh, okay.
In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen
I
is as
really
that
like
of a
it.
freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy
That's
musings
sad.
plagued Hraesvelga, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity.
That's one way to do it, I guess. Dude, he looks so cool.
And soon thereafter, the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound.
He looks so sick.
In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen.
So they lived in harmony, and then the
It is
elves
said
got
that worms owe
jealous.
their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes.
Of
And
the
'twas in this
immortality.
belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to
Don't
Elezen
call them
treachery.
wormlings. I don't know why I don't like that word.
And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
But what about my spear?
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart.
My lance.
Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Whoa.
Good gods!
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
He is not interested in you anymore.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the Eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
So where does he keep the eye when he's not holding it? We're gonna think about that one for a bit. Show us where he puts it.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason,
Damn.
might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelga instead?
I do want to talk to that guy. I want to ride
He
him.
has thus
I
far
want to ride
shown
that
no
guy.
inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
Does Midgardstormer have anything to say about this? I assume he's listening in, like, all of this.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found. Very well. I will take you to him.
Yes.
Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelga resides.
That sounds incredible. Let's go. Okay, hold on a minute. Hear, feel, think. Huh? Why? Okay. I
autumn
don't know
mist,
what to
my
think of
friend.
that.
I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while. And should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
I've been wanting to go here, so we're just gonna head straight there. There he is.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
I get what he said, but it's just kinda... whole lot of nothing. I want to see what all the messages were about. Just accidentally messaging in the... Yeah, I do that too. Okay, we got more outfits. These all look the same. You're Minfina, yes? Pray address me as Sail, if you wish. 'Tis passing strange, is it not? That fate should bring us together thus. Never did I think to walk alongside the warrior of light. But history is full of unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravania then? The chill of the western highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo forest. Yeah, so I went here already for the... just some free company gathering missions. Which is why I've already got this area explored.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soils
The weird
slithers,
trees are
and the
back.
skies seethe with sinuous shapes. They came.
I like the adventuring squad that we got grouping up here. They're not with me. Why would they be? Here they are. I got a nice little group of people right here. Now we stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path to Somal will take us far to the west beyond the embrace of the forest's branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest that we take our rest at the village up ahead and see that we are properly provisioned. There's a village here, but I thought that these lands, the sole domain of dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in such a perilous place? The wild chocobos. Tailfeather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Marsachamp, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival, and he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections. Only to this ceaseless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns. Fair enough. I guess his home is kind of in danger. I understand why he might be in a little bit of a rush. I think I've attuned to this already, but I might as well check. Yep. This guy looks spunky. Well, tan my hide and call me Leatherface. We have visitors. Oh ho, if it ain't the lovely Sail. It's been too long, girl. That it has, Marchamp, that it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Somal. Might we stay in the Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course, stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I'm not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did Sail not explain things to you, boy? You've seen them towering calum trees all about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you'd expect, the local wildlife's canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop Sail here, but dragons ain't the only things you'll need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. Okay. Does it really matter which one I take? Trying to think if there's any classes that I don't have armor for. But I guess it doesn't matter, since I'll probably... If I go to level another class, I'm sure I'll get other armors. Yep, give me that. More of the same? I'm definitely going to take this purple one. I dare say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you. The bloody Nath. They're what you might get if you crossed an antling with a megalo crab and taught the thing how to walk on two legs. They never used to stray far from their hives out of fear of the dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive of late, sending out war parties for moms in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'd be closer to the Nath's home territory. It would seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Nath are not wont to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here in Dravania? Aye, 'twas in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the paths of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of its boughs. That was when I chanced upon Hraesvelgr, and had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Marsa-Champ found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees and nursed me back to health, and in Tailfeather I remained for some time. Hence your familiarity with the locals, but I interrupted you. You were saying these Nath were once peaceful people. Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they were rarely hostile indeed. We were even able to trade with them on occasion. They have changed, then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush on some roundabout route. I say we make straight for Sohm Al and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot. A more direct path, then. Very well. Let us first follow the trail west out of the forest and then make for the statue of the Sand One. From there, we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Sohm Al, shall we? I thought it would just pop up with the mission. Sightseeing log expanded. Huh, okay. We're going north? I'm just gonna follow the trail. I don't know if these are... No, it's not the main mission. Okay. $6,000 XP, holy. If it's power leveling you want, come talk to me. I really do like how the leveling feels in this game. Because other than maybe the first few levels, because you don't have access to the level finder, like the duty finder for leveling, but it could just be that I haven't found. It really doesn't take that long to get past those levels, so. What was that? Is that one of those, like, tiger things? Oh. Oh? I forget what the Pokemon's name is, but it reminds me of... There's like the 3 like lion ones. And that looks like the yellow one. No, it's not Raiju. Maybe it is. I used to collect Pokemon cards, but I sold like the most expensive ones. And I got way more out of it than I was expecting. I think I ended up getting like $400 for a total of like 11 cards. I was only expecting to get like $250. Because I fully expected to get kind of snubbed out of my value, but it was really just one of those things where it was like any money I was willing to get for it. So even if they offered $250, I was just gonna take it. What are we looking at here? Here we are. Should we chance to meet Marchamp again, remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the Nath, I doubt I would be standing here. Yes, you would, dude. Come on, they were no chance for us. Amid ruins that I would tentatively describe as Ishgardian, the style, if not quite identical, betrays a definite resemblance. You have a scholar's eye, Master Alphino. This structure is, in fact, over 1,000 years old. It is a remnant of the age when our ancestors and Dragonkind lived together in peace. You claim this is evidence of our harmonious past. I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics in honor of your Dravanian masters. This rebel inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool. How desperately you cling to these false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you. You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Minfina, pray reason with these two. Our goals are the same. Set aside your differences for now. The truth of the past will be revealed. Our goals are the same. Quite. Lest you forget, our goal is to prevent a war which will claim the lives of Dravanians and Ishgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Minfina's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estinian. You would have me keep my counsel until Minfina's visions confirm the truth. Very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with Horace Velgur will likely provide the catalyst Minfina's gift requires, as it did mine. Let us press on. Taking the black one. Because purple is like one of my favorite colors. Alright, no more energy drink. Spy you the 3 great towers to the west. Your guardians know them as Annex Shrine. The place serves as a roost for Horace Velgur's lesser kindred. To the west? Surely it's not that thing. If we are to reach the peak of Sohm All, then we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. Do not be disheartened, for the one who leads them is a friend. Of rather more concern, the disposition of the Nath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. On the topic of magic, my My friend and his brother have really been trying to get me to try out CEDH. And I am just not the biggest fan of that idea. Because I'm very competitive and I hate losing. But I did recently remember that VV Orniteer exists. And I know it's strong, but it actually did get me kind of excited to try CEDH, so. And a deck is only as good as its pilot, right? So. I'm really curious as to what this is. Is that like the NAF like headquarters? It looks like what it would be. Oh, hello. This I feared. The road ahead is teeming with Nath soldiers. Is that what you're worried about? Cause... Alright. Marchamp did not exaggerate. Then these beastmen have grown brazen indeed if they would threaten the dragon so openly. Do they intend to assault the lair itself? I pray they do not, almighty though the Dravanian friends are, they are vulnerable to the Nath's muskets. There is no route save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. Oh, it was this thing. The way she was talking about it, I expected it to be a lot more, like, grandiose. I missed one? Oh. Nice try. I said grandiose, like this castle isn't way bigger than it initially looked. Okay. I guess I should open with this since it's just kind of another free buff ability. I haven't really been able to use this class since I unlocked the latest 3, like, abilities. So I'm still trying to get them into my rotation somewhere. I take no pleasure in killing the Nath. 'Twas to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, it cannot be helped. We may proceed to the courtyard together, but I leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, Dragoon. On my word to the Warrior of Light, I shall start no fight, only finish it. You are truly beyond salvation. Come then. Estinian is such an edgelord. No wonder I chose to become a Dragoon.
Vidofnir!
Damn, he looks sick too.
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
I was gonna say, I'm glad she didn't just like open up fire and.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you.
How
Would
does she
that
look
I
like a
had come
Nash
sooner,
from?
and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight. Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
Fair.
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of
No,
yours.
no, you're not helping, bro. Step back and shut up.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
He's like, oh, my bad.
silence will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
To be fair to Estinian, you're talking a lot of shit for somebody who claims to have a reason not to throw hands. Very convenient.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Resfelgar in person.
Also, your neck looks like a
with
dick,
words
and I
of
can't
our
stop
own
looking at it.
choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I
No!
am bound to remain here and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
We'll go take care of him.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
Oh yeah, no, this is right up our alley. Yeah, we know.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed?
It just so happens we
'Tis
do.
beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome
No.
to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
I think I grabbed the one for Lancer, right? Might as well get the matching colors. So the Nath have summoned their god, and thus the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further mine own ends. I desired her strength only to forge anew the peace between man and dragon. But what a fool I am to speak of peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compunction. Enough, enough, I say. The Nath have truly brought forth their deity from the ether, We must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests upon this primal's defeat. But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? Doesn't matter. I will poke it. My apologies. You are right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Marcachamp. He knows more of the Nath and their culture than most. Let's go back to camp and speak with Machamp, the Pokemon. Can I even get back over here? Yeah, I'll be fine. I don't think I've seen a design of a dragon in this game yet that I don't like. Maybe Midgardstormer. Not the big one. The big one's sick. But the small one. Because he looks like a dork. And he speaks like a dork. Maybe I'm just a hater. Definitely a hater. He appears, does nothing, is confusing, doesn't elaborate, and leaves. If this game had an easy mode, it would be the exact same, except Midgardstormer would speak plainly. Oh, back already, are we? Met the Nath, did you? And what is it you'd like to... By golly, you want to kill their god? Summoned a primal, you say? Seven hells. Well, I don't know bugger all about Nath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond their tradition habits, there never seemed much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we barter with a small hive to the north and west of here. Outcasts from the main tribe. From what I understand, I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves if you give them the right incentives. That sounds promising. And what exactly would a Nath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two, but seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves. You'll want a good-sized jar of landtrap nectar, a basket of Kalem tree fruit, and always a Nath favorite, a generous portion of young Nonka flesh. Here comes the professional gaslighter. I shall gather the fruit. Leaping to the lower branches of these forest giants should present little challenge to me. Then I shall collect the nectar with Master Alphino's arcane assistance. And that leaves you to bring home the meat. You'll need to carve it from the smaller Nonkas. That almost sounded really bad. That live in the rivers. 3 big hunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you've got everything together, you'll need to set it down at what we call the trading post. Here, I'll mark the spot on your map for you. You have been most kind, Master Marcachamp. Well then, let us attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten Nontka egg. How does one go over there? Huh? Can you not get there from here? Just go the long way. I wonder if the recoloring of the main chocobo is just a blue quest I can do, or if that actually just comes like later. Get out of here, yep. $22.63, not bad. Okay, I guess this guy wants to throw hands. Oh, I didn't use my last attack. I'll use it on this poor guy. Yeah. I think it still would have did more damage if I, let's see here. By true north. Yeah. I think so. Yeah, flank combo potency. Before I forget, let me refresh that. Cannot execute this time. I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I do not. I would not have known to harvest it without Sail's help. Do you have the Nonka meat? Here you go. Splendid. I shall put this with Estinian's fruit and assemble a suitably generous-looking hamper for the Nath. The black one. So level up. Hell yeah. What is this? Oh, a ring? This might actually be helpful. Might be something I can equip. Everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the Nath, I think I would be suitably impressed. Well, how long must we wait? Or shall we have sounded a signal or some such? Calm yourself, Master Alphino. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Ew. Click, click. Long as it has been since hunters last came to trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Landtrap nectar, callum tree fruit, and nonka flesh. What delectable foods you have brought for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Click, click. Come, hunters. Come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped, stifling, and horribly smelly. But better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws, yes? Come, come, it is not far. Oh, neat place they got here. I like this. This definitely looks like a place for, like reputation missions. Click, click, your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak, to our chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We're the non-mind. Click, click. Welcome to our hive, hunters. You have brought delicacies much sought after by our people, and we are much pleased. What would you have in return? Honored Elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home and for accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I are come in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's god. Knowledge alone, what strange hunters you are, but if it is words you desire, then words you shall have. We are Vath, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of the Nath's god, of the god, the One Mind, summoned into our midst. The One Mind, these are the Nath who reside in the main colony? Yes, they are one, connected. But let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren, and with spear, spell, and musket the dragon was slain. 'Twas likely one that had fled a battle with my kinsman. Oh, this isn't the bug. 'Twas likely one that had fled battle with my kinsman. I should commend you for finishing the job. Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The One Mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground, but no longer. They had learned that a battle-weary Dravanian was easy prey. Thus did the One Mind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. The One Mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. The black-robed men, huh? Man, couldn't have seen that coming. Dravanian lands would become Nath lands, and ever larger would grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for this war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. Give me 1 second, this voice is really making my throat dry. Oh, okay, that's all I needed to say anyway. Fending, slaying, aiming, healing, casting. I think slaying is the one that I want, right? Direct hit, critical hit, strength, vitality. Looks like it. Yes! Give me that. Awesome. I'm wearing gloves, so I can't actually see it on my hand. Accept that. I call upon the power of a primal for the greater good, conscious of all the while that I do so at a grave cost to the land. I reason that it is a necessary evil, and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much, but you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. To a scion of the seventh dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best, but the fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Nath, as you so rightly put it. If they are truly to seek naught but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphino, a being of whom we know not. Has it occurred to you that you may be sending a warrior of light to her death? No, you have the right of it, Estinian. 'Twould seem it is I who am guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me, Minfina. I do not fear my duty. Kind of a cold line. Wait, Minfina? Wait. Minfina not need face this foe alone. Like her, I am blessed with the Echo's protection, and it may do battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Ha! Do you truly imagine yourself a second warrior of light? Remind me, how many rivals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters. We know not where this god resides, or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray until it appears. Estinian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Vath, and learn how best to secure an audience with their deity. In this, at least, I may be of assistance. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. We are Vath. We are the non-mind. We do not hear the one mind's thoughts. We cannot predict their will. Okay. Click, click. You wish to meet our god? Offer yourself as a sacrifice, and you will soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters, however. Click, click. Put this idea from your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with our god, he will have your souls. Surely you are not so generous as that. You are generous, hunters, yes. Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all Vath to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us just one more. We are very fond of Nanka flesh. Yes, the meat of a young Nanka would make a fine repast. Oh, we're actually gonna go get him one. Here we are. Oh, I don't even have to fight this one. Oh well. Yes, I am. I keep forgetting to do the AoE, like I said earlier. That's just a free 10% damage I'm missing out on. Maybe I could have gone up there. We Vath do enjoy our Nanka flesh. Have you been out hunting yet? Here you go. Another gift for the Vath, so expected. Yes, you will have more of the words you strange hunters hunger for. Listen now. The senses of the One Mind are enmeshed by the Overmind. What one sees, all will see. What one feels, all feel. Alert a single Nath, and the whole hive is alerted. To reach our god undetected is all but impossible. We got a bit of a hive mind going on here. The Vath are wont to allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I'm beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like Overmind sits at the center of Nath society, and its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. These Nath, the ones who inhabit the larger hive, are known as the One Mind, and it was by their combined will that the Primal was summoned. Those who reside in the smaller hive, however, are the Vath, or the Non-Mind, who, for reasons that yet escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects their Nath counterparts. Thus are the Vath ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions, and of the nature of their own god. In summary, we have wasted our time. Not so, perilous though it may be, the Vath did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the Primal as sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, the Nath will bring us before their deity and make an offering of our souls. It's honestly a really good plan, because it'll also... They'll be alerted, but they won't be suspicious that something's happening. They'll just serve us up exactly where we want to be taken to. Forgive me, but let us be clear about what it is that you propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the Nath, surrender yourself into what might generously be termed their custody, and then wait until their god arrives to claim your soul? Aye, that fairly well describes my plan. You will join me in this endeavor, will you not, Minfina? Judging by the great risks you took to prevent the summoning of Saint Shiva, you are not a woman to err on the side of caution. Yes. You have the right of it. Would that I could fight at your side, warrior of light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alphino. Then it is settled, Minfina. You and I shall challenge the guards at the entrance to the colony. Once the hive is roused, we shall feign a brief show of resistance and then allow them to take us prisoner. So she is or isn't going? Did I misread something? Because I swear I just read it as, sorry Minfina, I can't go. Okay, let's go. Which doesn't sound right. So this big place is the hive of the One Mind, the big one. It almost looks like something you find in like Blight Town. If Blight Town wasn't just darkness and misery and Blight Town. That is what I need, but that's the fate. Click, click, intruders, your lives are forfeit. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna do the AoE buff. There we go. Finally remember to do the buff in a fight that is going to last 2 seconds so that we can surrender. But it's about building habits. Easy, easy. I don't too much know why these guys are marked. But they are, so I'm just going to wipe them out while I'm here. Okay. Head back down here. Talk to Isail? I feel like that's probably how you say it. Instead of just sail. Very well hidden, by the way. The Overmind must now be aware of our intrusion. Let us press on into the hive and ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. Music? Hello? Just trying not to get spotted by like random ads. Oh, he's dead. Not that one. Okay. Why am I suddenly lost the button that I want to press? Oh well. That worked. Bro, go away. Okay, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get through them without being spotted. This guy I might not be able to. Okay, never mind. He started going the other way. Oh, there's an ether current. Don't mind if I do. Nom nom nom. Okay. Please don't see me. He might see me. Nope. He's blind. Here we go. For a hive mind, I got through there surprisingly undetected. That should be sufficient. If we did not have our host full attention before, we must surely have it now. Our audience with the primal may be granted soon after a capture. Pray advise me once you have steeled your mind for the battle to come. Iceheart, I am here to let you know that I have steeled my mind for the battle to come. Oh, shit. Are you prepared then? Let's make some cool stuff happen. I love her color palette so much. Blue and white. Hold here, Minfina. When next to Nath come, we offer no resistance. Like the long coat and everything. The fully white hair and eyes. I don't know. It just all like adds together really well. Rah, rah! Surrender, intruders. There is no escape. You're right. You got us. You got us. Enough. We surrender. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of your God. They seem eager to proceed. Good. When they take us before their lord, pray leave matters to me. If what I know of summoning rituals holds true, I shall be well placed to act. Mark the sound of the river rushing through the ravine behind us. Passing loud, is it not? I imagine the noise would serve to mask our escape should we need to withdraw temporarily. But you are prepared, are you not? I hope so. I do hope so. If I were to be dragged away for sacrifice while you were haggling over the price of potions, I should not be amused. They just let me keep my weapon? They must have not seen how it spins when it activates, because they would totally want that. Alright, here we go. Got a big fight. Big fight. I'm assuming.
Now we have but to wait.
I like his staff.
O Lord Ravana, master of the sacred blades, wrath of the colony, conqueror of the world, hear our prayer.
I kind of got the
Pray
voice
grant
right.
unto your devoted children the gift of your divine presence.
The boss arena could be any one of these rooms.
He comes.
He comes. Bomb. Okay, let's see how cool this guy looks. Those are swords. Are we gonna have like a General Grievous type? That could be cool. Going all out for the entrance. Oh, shit. He might be the coolest one so far. Damn.
All strength to the colony.
Speak and I shall listen.
Oh, glorious General, we have captured intruders and would make unto you an offering of their life's blood.
I do not. My blood does not taste good. They don't want me.
These feeble fleshlings dared to invade Natlands.
Did you call me feeble?
Hear me, Lord Ravana. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory. We wished only to learn the reason you wage war against the dragons.
Oh, he's huge.
Thou wouldst flirt with death merely to satisfy thy curiosity. Wherefore should the glorious conquests of the Nath concern thee so, Elezen?
Dude, I thought he was like just slightly taller than us. No, he's like 3 times us.
Ah, mayhap thine own kind struggle against the worms fareth poorly, and thou art desirous of a pact.
We crave no alliance, Lord Ravana. Only peace. We would bring an end to our war with the dragons. Yet so long as they remain embroiled in this conflict with your children, our goal shall remain out of reach. Never before have the Nath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
Thy question hath no meaning. To live is but to fight. Long have my children waited, gathering their strength in the shadow of thy ceaseless conflict. The Nath would see the Dravanians slain, and their territory secured. And by such fervent prayers am I now given form and purpose.
As I feared, your very existence is an obstacle to our goal. Since you are so fond of fighting, we challenge you, Lord of the Nath.
He ain't gonna like that very much.
Should we emerge the victors,
They're confused. They're like, are you for real?
Dravanian soil.
Thou art bold indeed to risk thy fleshy hide so readily. Very well. I, Ravana, fourfold master of the blade, do accept thy challenge.
Alright, bet.
But should I emerge the victor, I would have thee swear to serve in mine army till thy last breath is spent. Do you accept?
No.
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
Oh, we're doing 1v1s. Magical girl transformation. Crazy start to a fight. Jesus! Why does her hair look like that?
What is this? A god clad in flesh?
He's like, no, I didn't sign up for this.
Is aught amiss, my lord? Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
truth is unbending as steel, little goddess. Thy ruse will but add to mine enjoyment.
I do kind of wish that they added a Final Fantasy XIV Shiva card to the Magic set. But I understand why they didn't. Feels like I'm watching, like, Wizard 101 gameplay. I don't really know how to explain why. No. Obviously she had to lose so that we could fight him. I mean, you can see this coming from a mile away.
I thought myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals?
I don't think astrology's gonna get you anywhere.
Be thou god or maid, thou art nothing to me. And what of thee, mortal? Art thou warrior or craven?
I'm gonna beat your ass. Oh yeah, look at that face. That's the face of someone who ain't messing around.
A warrior, then? Good! Mayhap thou will provide more sport than thy feeble companion.
I'm about to climb this guy like I'm playing Shadow of the Colossus. Oh. Never mind. Thok asked Thok. Hard. Are you alright? I think I'll do this tomorrow. I think I posted that I'm gonna do this again tomorrow. Let me make sure. If not, I'll go ahead and do it right now. Yeah, I'm gonna do this tomorrow. For now, I'm just gonna. I don't. Is this instanced, actually? I think it'll let me leave. So, yeah, I'm gonna stop right here. Thank you, and bye-bye.